Beta, you have to learn the format, because sometimes in question the items will be given in this form, not in the format. In previous question they were given, already given in the form of format. But if reserve and surplus share capital is given, then you should know that it will come in shareholders fund. Trade payables are given, it will come in current liability. Land and building, plant and machinery, it will be coming in fixed assets. Tangible fixed assets, goodwill, intangible fixed asset, investment below fixed assets. Then current assets, then long term borrowings are current liability, non-current liabilities. So you have to make the format, and then you have to put the items in their respective heads. You should know ki what are the major heads and where you have to keep these. These are the subheads which are given to you in the question. These are the subheads. You have to put them in right appropriate heads. Equity and liability, then you will write shareholders fund, and in shareholders fund you will write share capital and reserve and surplus. And in non-current liability you will mention long-term borrowings, and in current liability you will mention trade payables. Then you will do the total of 2018 and 19. First you have to write previous year, then current year, bachche. It will be given in opposite form in the question, definitely. Then you have to arrange it first. You have to mention the previous year first and current year later. Then you will write the assets. In fixed assets you will mention tangible assets and intangible assets, then investments. Then at the end you will mention the current assets. Total of 2018's assets should be equal to liability, and 2019 should be equal to assets and liabilities. Now you will calculate C. How you will calculate C, bachche? B minus A. 10 minus 10, 0. 12 minus 6, 6. 4 minus 5, minus 1 lakh. And in minus you have to put bracket. 1270 minus 9, 370. And now you have to do 3870 minus 30, 870. And then 2230 minus 20, this is then 0. This will consider 0 minus 1 lakh means minus 1 lakh. 120 minus 1 lakh, 20,000. 1520 minus 8 lakh, 720. Then 3870 minus 30, 870. Then how you will calculate the percentage increase or decrease? Beta, C column shows absolute increase or decrease. Positive answer, there is an increase. Negative answer, there is a decrease. Then D, how will we calculate D column? C upon A into 100. C upon A means 6 lakh divided by 6 lakh into 100, 100%. 1 lakh divided by 5 lakh into 100, 20%. 370 divided by 9 into 100, 41%. And then 870 divided by 30 lakhs, it is 29%. In the same way you will calculate C upon A into 100. Any doubt, bache? If the question is given in the format shape, then it's okay. But if it is not given in the shape of format, if the subheads are given to you, then first of all you have to make the format. So you should know ki how to prepare the format. Now third illustration, bache, already a format is given to you. You have to write it first. Equities and liabilities, shareholders fund, non-current liability, current liability total, assets, non-current assets, current assets and total. In the same way we will do B minus A. First of all you have to see ki whether the previous year given first or not. In this question current year was given first. You have to mention the figures of previous year first, then the figures of current year later. Figures of previous year will be A and current year will be B. B minus A will be C. And in the same form, D will be calculated by C upon A into 100. You have to use this formula, C upon A into 100. Any doubt, bache? Beta, why we are doing the comparative statement? We are comparing the figures of 2 years in absolute form and in percentage form. Why? What is the purpose? What is the importance? What are the utilities of this? To make the data simpler and more understandable. We are trying to make the data simpler and more understandable. The main aim of preparing comparative financial statement is to put the data for a number of years in simpler and comparable form. When data of a number of years are put side by side, a comparison becomes easier. and it becomes simpler to draw conclusion. We can easily find the conclusion that how much our share capital has increased, how much reserve and surplus has increased. It will be very easy to tell. Then to indicate the trend, they also tell us about the trend. Comparative financial statements indicates the trend of the change by putting the figures of production, revenue from operation, expenses and profits, etc. from year to year by side by side. By putting these figures side by side, we can easily show the trend. What is the trend of these things? Is it increasing or decreasing? To indicate the strong points and weaknesses of the business, we just want to know the strong points, where it is increased and where it is decreased. Comparison of financial statement for a number of years may also indicate the strong points and weak points of the firm. Management can then investigate and find out the reason for the weakness of the concern and can take corrective action. It will help the management to take corrective action, to know the weaknesses of their business and to take the corrective action. To compare the firm's performance with the average performance of the industry. Comparative financial statement helps a business unit to compare its performance with the average performance of the industry, means all the firms. It is not only used to compare the 2 years of the same business concern. It is also used to compare the data of two different companies also. Company A's data can be put in for A column, and in column B we can put the data of company B. So we can do comparison among the other firms also. Then to help in forecasting, if we have to forecast something, we can use comparative study, and on the basis of comparative study we can forecast the things. Okay. Now techniques of presenting comparative statement to show the absolute data in rupees amount only. This was column number C, bache. You have calculated the absolute increase and decrease in the data. Then to show the increase or decrease in absolute data in the terms, we have to do the values of comparison. This was column C. A and B we will write, then we will do the comparison according to that will be calculated as C. Then show the increase and decrease in the absolute data in terms of percentage. This is D, column D. How it is calculated? C upon A into 100. And how C is calculated? B minus A. The data of current year minus data of previous year. Then, what are the advantages of doing comparative study? A single year's balance sheet shows only the balances of accounts on a particular date, whereas comparative balance sheet shows not only the balances of a particular date but also the extent of increase and decrease. It also tells us the increase and decrease in the balance sheet. In a single year's balance sheet, the focus is on status, whereas in the comparative balance sheet the focus is on change, what is being changed in 2 years. A comparative balance sheet is more useful in comparison to a single year's balance sheet. We can draw many conclusions and take help in decision making. Then comparative balance sheet is a connecting link between the statement of profit and loss and balance sheet, because the statement of profit and loss presents the results of operating activities, whereas the comparative balance sheet shows the effect of operating activities on assets and liabilities. Income statement shows the trend of operating activities, the result of trend. Then balance sheet shows the effect of this. What is the effect of these activities on assets and liabilities? So form of comparative balance sheet. As per CBSE circular dated this, format of comparative balance sheet in accordance with the vertical form of particular presentation as per schedule 3 is as under. So this is a format which you have to learn first. Page number 3.6, you have to learn the format first. On the top you have to write equity and liability, three major heads: shareholders fund, non-current liability, current liability, then total. At the bottom you have to mention the assets: non-current asset, current asset and the total. have a look on this format.